Hello friends, today we will see a topic called critical line list. So critical line list is an important document for the piping stress analysis activity. That is the first deliverable that a stress team will be shared to the client. So first we will see what is critical line. So in a project you will have number of lines and number of lines. For example, 5,000 lines, 10,000, 1,000 lines. So all lines shall not be stress analyzed using CAESAR software. So all lines are not critical. So first we need to identify the lines which are critical and require stress analysis. The first we need to identify the lines based on the criteria provided in the pipe stress design basis. So first a lead engineer will go through pipe stress design basis or pipe stress specification and then prepare the critical line list. Okay. So generally in all projects they will categorize lines into three categories, three levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3 or category 1, category 2, category 3. So there are three categories. This will vary from project to project and depends on the client requirement. We need to identify the critical lines in our line list. Okay. So first, category one. For example, in this project, this is one of the project we have done. So in this one, category lines are non-critical lines and exempted from stress analysis. That means some metodic lines, instrumental, water lines, and small bore lines, all drain lines. So will be considered as non-critical lines. That is category one line, which will be reviewed by layout piping layout team or finally it will be reviewed by piping stress team. So it doesn't require any pipe stress analysis. Just based on the pipe supports one, they used to provide the support and we will check the isometric drawing finally recording the support type. This is category 1. And category 2, they you see here they mentioned as category 2 or critical lines. These lines are reviewed by stress engineer using some guided cantilever method or some graphical method or based on the experience they will tell. So generally this will call it as visual review, category 2 lines. So for in some cases what happened means the lines which does not require stress analysis, but we used to model in Caesar in order to get the loads, piping loads for some big bore lines. So what we will do, we will model the lines and do the analysis, preliminary analysis, and this one we will not provide any report to the client, just for our internal purpose to design the civil and structural members. So what we need to, we will in order to provide the piping loads to the civil. So we used to do the analysis, but formal stress report is not required in this category. Okay. So next is category 3. Category 3, these are the critical lines which require stress analysis using any software, CAESAR 2 or Autopipe or Row2 or any other software so which is applicable for this project. Okay. So we will see the criteria. There are some criteria will be provided in the stress design basis. So based on the criteria, we need to select the critical lines and to be identified, to be highlighted in the P&IDs. Okay. So once it is done, what we will do, we will share this critical line list and P&ID markup to the client. They will review and provide the approval. Once get the approval from client, then only we will proceed the stress analysis based on the schedule. Okay. So this category 1, 2, 3, it will vary from project to project. Some project, no, you will have category 1 as critical line, category 2 as non-critical, category 3 as visual review. So like that, different varieties, depends on the client, it will vary. Okay, so there are some criteria. I will show you some criteria for selection of this one. So this is see some of the stress design basis I opened. For example, in this project, you see category one is highly critical line. That is, it requires stress analysis using software. Category 2 is moderately critical lines. This is just using visual review or just we need to model the lines and transfer the loads to the civil. This doesn't require any pipe stress report. You see, when checked on approved, the design should only be changed with the express authorization of the piping lead engineer or lead stress engineer. And category 3 is low level critical lines, that is non-critical lines. We'll call it as non-critical lines for the small bore lines, mainly 2-inch and below lines and water lines and other instrument air lines, nitrogen purge lines. So other non-critical lines will becomes under this category. Okay, so you see there is a difference. Different based on the stress design basis only you have to identify the critical lines. Either it is category 1 or category 2 or category 3. Okay, I will show you some of the critical lines criteria. For example, in this project, you see connection to the pressurers means if a line first you need to take the P&ID. I will show you an example. For example, okay, so this is a typical example. I will show you. So this is a, I mean, I will. So this is a piping process line list. So from the process line list, we are going to make the critical line list. So all up to this, up to this column, it will be available from the process line list. So what we need to from the process line list, we need to add three columns. One is first is stress critical, yes or no, whether the line is critical or not. That is based on the criteria. Here we need to write yes or no. So okay, so if it is no means then this critical level you need to tell whether it is level 1 or level 2 like that. It is level 3 means you have to type level 3. For example, in this case we will consider level 1, level 3 as critical. Okay, so the when we will call it as level 1. No means so we need to see if it is not critical, then we need to see whether it comes under level 2 or level 3. If it is critical, critical means you have to give yes, why. Okay, critical means you have to give yes, why, and you have to enter which level 3. That depends on the project. Okay, and then you have to identify, proceed with the system number. We need to provide system number, stress system number. Okay, so these three columns only we will add in the line list. So this line list will become critical line list. This is part of our pipe stress analysis team. Okay, so we will take ownership for this particular document. Okay, so nobody will have the authority to change anything. So only your lead pipe stress engineer will take authority for this document. Okay. So also level 1. So for example, you take this line 2-inch. See, it is sheet 1 of 3 in the P&ID. So for example, if you see this is sheet 1 of 2. What is this line number? 2-inch G30. Okay. So first you have to take any P&ID and see one line by line. You need to see line by line. 2-inch G 3050. 1 minute. I will highlight these things. Yeah, 2-inch G, mean 040402. So your line number is, this is your line number. 2-inch G 044 sequence 02 04402. You see 2-inch G, V 04402 A0112H. This is your line number. Okay, so this is your line number. So we need to see the criteria, which criteria it comes under. This is, for example, this is, if it is a pressure vessel, this is connected to a pressure vessel. This is a pressure vessel equipment, and your line size is 2-inch. A line size is 2-inch. So here you see, irrespective design temperature, all and diameter is lesser than 3 inch. 80 NB means 3-inch, and it will comes under category 1. Category 1 means non-critical line. So then you see what is our temperature we need to see here. The temperature is 90 degree only, -5 and and 90. -5 is minimum design temperature and 90 is maximum design temperature. So maximum design temperature is 90 degree. So based on this, what we need to do, we need to see this is 2-inch 044. So it is 2-inch and connected to the pressure vessel. So irrespective of the temperature, any temperature, irrespective of the temperature, if the line size is below 3-inch, then it will be comes under category 1. So okay, so in this what we have to see, so it will obviously it will be a non-critical line N, and it comes under level 1. Okay, that is the first line. And if you go to next line, any other line if you take, for example, you take this 2-inch NG NOV 04402. That is a 2-inch NG. That is G, it is 2-inch NG. So 2-inch NG 04402, you see, it is having temperature of 90 degree only, same. So it is connected to the pressure vessel. So here also it is considered as non-critical N, and so we need to give us level 1. Okay. So if it is level 1 or level 2, what we need to do? We no need to highlight in the P&ID. Just you have to leave blank. No need to highlight. The lines which are critical only to be highlighted in the P&ID. I will show in the next P&ID. So in this also I think there are no critical lines. That's why they didn't highlight, because all line sizes are below 3-inch. You see. And you see this line. In this P&ID, I will take this line as 3-inch NC 04408. Sorry, 3-inch G 04408. Zero four four zero eight. What is that? 3-inch G. 3-inch G 04408. You see, the temperature is 175. Design temperature is 175, and it is connected to one pressure vessel or any column. This is a steel column. This is T476. What is T476? T476 is TEG still column, triethylene glycol still column. Okay, so it is given like that. You see the temperature. So in this you see temperature is above 100 and your line size is equal, I mean 4 inch or equal to above 4 inch and above. So in this you see it is comes under, they have considered this as critical line. Even though the line size is 3 inch, they consider as critical line because this is not related to particular project. Maybe we'll see some other project, some other criteria of different project. Then you will come to know. Okay, so there are different criteria for different projects. Okay, you see, this is in this project. In this project, it is if it is connected to columns, vessels, tanks, columns, heat exchangers, the line size 3 to 4 inch, and the temperature is 120. Then we'll call that, we'll consider that line as critical. Category 3 is critical. So 80 degree, below 80 degree and line size is 3 to 4 inch means that is non-critical. Okay, they have not considered any 2 inch line. They considered from 3 inch line only. So if you it comes under category 3 and we need to highlight this one. We need to highlight this one 04408. Okay, and from here to from this nozzle, and it is going like this and it is continuing in some P&ID 004. So this is 004 P&ID and this is 003 sheet 003. What we need to do, we need to highlight in a different color to show the differentiation between different system. That will be better, you see, for system 4. So this system number also it will be provided in your document numbering procedure in your document. Okay. So this you have to follow as per your document numbering procedure. Here we are given TEG system 1. So this line it is going and it is going to 004. You see this is from still column T476 and it is going to some heat exchanger E478 is plate type heat exchanger. Okay, so we have considered as one system. So in some cases what we need to check whether any other lines are connected interconnected to these lines. I think there is no line connected to this. You see some control is there, so there are no other lines connected to this one, only one line. Okay. So sometimes what we will do if it is connected to the heat exchanger, we'll consider the inlet as well as outlet. This is inlet and this is outlet. You see from the arrow you can see. Okay. Okay. So sometimes what we will do, we will connect this line, one, two, three, all these lines together will form a group. That is also a good idea in order to complete the system, or you will get the realistic results, the analysis. Okay. Sometimes client wants to they will ask us to do consider online that is our duty only. So if it is a lengthier line and if it's very much critical line, then we'll consider one line. So if it is somewhat it's okay and the length is also short, then you can group together and will form all lines as one system. Okay, so here, so it comes under category stress critical, yes, and level, what is the level? Level 3, and we have marked as a system TEG system 001. You need to give this one TEG hyphen system 001. Okay, so I will remove the filter. Now we will see. Okay, now you see. I will filter only the critical lines, and you see all over in level 3 and system 1. You see. So in the system 1 itself, they have a number of lines. Maybe it is depends. 4-inch NG 004, sheet 3 or 4. 4-inch NG NOV 04403. You see the line number is 04408, and after that there is a change in line number, you see 04407. So one line from here, after this the line number has been changed. So two lines in this system, and then you have to see two lines. Okay. So in this system you see 04407. Level 3 and system 001. There are two lines only. So if two lines are there, two lines we need to highlight in the system number 044. There is no 04407. 1 minute. Yeah, you see, this is a sequence number. I see. First, the line number is 04408 and 04407. So 04408, highlight this, and 04407. And there are some other lines also they have listed that we need to check. It see sheet 2 and sheet 3, 4-inch G 00044404. This is sheet number 3. So we need to see where are those lines getting connected. 6-inch LF is no. So if it is not comes under critical, then you need to change this on level 1. And here no. Maybe in this project they have done something. So you have to remove this system 1 also. And here also you see all over 90 degrees, so no need to consider this one. Sometimes what they will do, if the line is connected to the critical line, some non-critical lines up to the next guide support we will model, and for a boundary condition purpose we'll consider up to the next guide support, or next limit stop we will consider, and we'll close the system. Okay, so we'll see another these lines. So I don't know where it is coming. 4-inch G and 04409. 4-inch G 04409. Our temperature is 220. Definitely it is comes under critical lines only. But the whether the line number is correct or not, the system number they given us one only. We'll see that 044 4 G 04409. Yeah. Okay. So this is that line. That is system two. They have considered it as system two. Here they wrongly marked. Okay. We will see the next system. System two. I think this is something they done wrongly. So we'll see system one. So this, if you want to consider system one, we can consider system one itself. I told you, no, system one means you can group together and you need to change this system one. So you can consider like this. You have to change this color. You can change this color also. You want to change or delete this, copy and paste. Okay, so like this you can change. So it is your lead engineer decision whether you need to combine these lines in one system or individual system also you can do. If you combine means then you will get better results. So don't combine some 50 lines like that. So we can do, but some systems I will show you some systems it contains more than 50 lines also. Okay. So then like this we need to highlight all the critical lines and I need to change here. You need to update here and highlight in the P&ID. See. So different lines. If it comes under non-critical, then no need to highlight. You see these drain lines and all, they have not highlighted because these are all non-critical lines. You see in this is a pump and pump suction and discharge. This is suction and this is discharge. Okay, and the two pumps are there, two pumps and two pumps suction and discharge. They combined as one system. You see, system six is there. They highlighted all the things. So it is yeah. You see, this is air cooler, any generator cooler, lean TEG regeneration cooler. So the main thing is you need to see the criteria. So general, its common criteria is lines which are connected to the rotating equipment, 3-inch and above lines which are connected to the rotating equipment irrespective of the temperature, and lines which are subject PSV lines, pressure safety valve or temperature relief valve of line size 3-inch and above, it shall be considered as critical lines. These are the common criteria, and all GRE lines or FRP or non-metallic lines 3-inch and above, it will be considered as a critical. Lines which are connected to rotating equipments, I told you know 3-inch and above lines. Rotating equipment like pumps, centrifugal pumps, reciprocating pumps, centrifugal compressor, reciprocating compressor, turbines, air coolers. So these lines and all, that is a general criteria. And other criteria, it depends on the project. You see, they based on the temperature and line size, it will vary. Okay. And low temperature, cryogenic lines. All cryogenic lines shall be considered 2-inch and above cryogenic lines, that is minus 46 degrees C. So all cryogenic lines shall be considered for the stress analysis. And each project will have different criteria, so you have to follow your pipe stress design basis. That is very important. Some project is based on the temperature highly critical lines, 6-inch and above lines, 350 degrees C. 16-inch and larger, above 260. So if your line size is 14-inch and your temperature is 250, then it will not comes under category 1. And all jacketed lines, yeah. So all jacketed lines in this project they mention as 250 C. So generally for all jacketed lines, irrespective of the temperature, we need to do analysis. Okay. And cryogenic lines, you see, minus 73 they mentioned, but generally we'll consider minus 46 C. And equipment, you see, turbines, compressor pumps, fire heaters, steam generators, radiators, air cooled heat exchanger. So all lines, if it is connected to these equipments, we have to consider as critical. And moderately critical, this and all not required for us. So you can concentrate on high critical lines for different projects. You see, showing different projects, you will get an idea. No? There is no common criteria. Common criteria means that rotating equipments and other equipments only it will be a common. So others depends on your client requirement. See in this they are given like this. No analysis required. Up to 18-inch and temperature minus 44 degrees C, analysis not required. If it is 20-inch line and your temperature is 44 degrees C, then analysis required. Okay, so based on your line size also, criticality will change. And lines which are subjected to two-phase flow, that is slug formation and surge water hammer. If line is subjected to water hammer, then those lines you need to consider for analysis. And fire water lines subjected to earthquake or blast loading, it should consider it will be considered as an critical lines. So you need to follow the criteria based on the design basis. I'll show you. This is some example system markup I already shown to you. Yeah, this is you see these are the different projects. How they mark, you see, all lines they consider as, you see, all highlighted lines they consider as system tool. See, so you can see how many lines they are grouped together. So that is your responsibility whether you need to consider one line or two lines or 10 lines or 50 lines. You see in these lines, but it should be interconnected. Line should be interconnected or it should be connected to any common equipment. These two lines, you see, this equipment will have three nozzles, four nozzles. So these two lines are considered as critical. Other lines, it's not non-critical. It's not critical. Then they consider these two in one system. Okay. So like this, we need to see this equipment. If these two lines are critical, then they have to consider this line in the same system. Then it would be easy. Okay. So like this, you see, there are four pumps. Four pumps, suction and discharge, they consider as one system. This will be a very big system. Okay. These two pumps are there. These two pumps, suction and discharge, they consider as one system. Better you have to consider suction and discharge in one system to get the realistic results. Okay. So this is now we are seeing no this is system one. In system one you can see how many lines are there. Some number of lines is increase, and system 2 also so many lines. System 3 some 2 4 3 4 lines are there. System 4 only one line, you see. System 5, one line only. System 6, one line. So like this, 30 or this. This one I don't know. This is a air cooler. These lines are connected to air coolers. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 24 nozzles are there, and PSV is also there. So this is a very big system. Around 50 to 60 lines are combined together to form one system. So to model itself, this will take time. It will take 3 to 4 days or 1 week also. Analysis, it will take another 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. So, so your lead engineer will decide based on the instruction from your lead engineer. You have to prepare the critical lines. Okay. Thank you.